Hello everyone. Now we are going to talk about a very important topic on Jyotish. Jyotish is usually said as Vedic astrology. And there are a lot of questions about hello Kaju. Hello everyone, say hello to Kaju. This is what I'm going to talk about today. Woo! Karma. And also about Muhurta. I was just going to find a place to record this video, but I was saying, no, here it's too dark. And then I had to find this place, and now we have Kaju appearing in the recording to talk to show us that we have the concept of karma working. So a lot of people say that as Jyotish is Vedic astrology. Now, the point is to understand what is the idea of astrology, right? Astro in Greek sense. Woo! Be careful with the computer. Woo! Now it's getting a little bit worse. Astrology in the Greek sense is getting to know the effect of the planets in our lives. Okay, so this is a concept that is not relating to karma. So astrology, there is the idea that Jupiter, Saturn, or whatever, they are working on us and they are producing effects on us. How they are producing these effects? There are several ways to understand this. But in Jyotish, the main idea is that we are not talking in this astrological sense about the effects of the stars or the planets or whatever over us, and about we are actually talking about the effects of the grahas, our karma over ourselves. Okay, so the best thing to understand is that we are not here supposedly speaking about the point that we have Jupiter or Saturn now in sidereal astrology. Shani is going into Dhanu Rashi, sidereal Sagittarius. The astrological point of view is that Saturn is producing some effects over our mind, and this will imply that we are going to be acting because of Saturn. But the less, I would say, Rajasic point of view is that actually Saturn or Shani is not doing, in a proper sense, anything. It's not causing anything. What he is bringing back is our own karma. So the proper understanding of the Jyotish, the Sattvic understanding of the Jyotish, is not to control the stars or the grahas by upayas or by mantras or by anything like this. Is to remember that we are light, spiritual light, that we are divine light, that we are pure consciousness, even though we are covered with some identification with material world. We can say that in a gross manner, we have three types of Jyotish: the Tamasic, the Rajasic, and the Sattvic Jyotish. The Tamasic Jyotish is the one that deals with the concept that you're doomed with the destiny that you're born, and everything that it's written in your Kundali, in your Rashi chart, it's going to happen because it's a fatal disease, is a fatal doom that you have to carry on. Okay, so this Tamasic understanding of Jyotish is the concept that astrology rules your life. You have to know what the stars say to you, and you are just like a pawn on this play of the universe. The Rajasic understanding of Jyotish, it's more close to the understanding of astrology in a sense that you want to control your destiny. You want to play as God in this game, and you want to um, getting control of the results. Mainly, the Rajasic component of the mind is to the idea that it controls the fruit of the action. If you're not familiar with these concepts of Tamasic, Rajasic, and Sattvic that we are speaking here, you can go into Bhagavad Gita in the uh, teachings of Sri Krishna to Arjuna. Okay, so in the Rajasic kind of Jyotish, which is the mostly, I would say, commercialized, even though the Tamasic is also a very important to selling gems and homas and pujas and whatever. The point is, in Tamasic kind of Jyotish, the main instrument to for the supposed Jyotisha to control the person that is doing the consultation is fear. The person fears about his health, life, career, relations, family, whatsoever. It's motivated by the fear of loss. Okay. In the Rajasic kind of Jyotish, people are more prone to be interested in achieving, in conquering, in gaining things. It can be a better house, it can be a better employment, it can be a better whatever relationship. It has the idea that if we do the proper, doesn't matter, mantras, upayas, like using some gemstones or some kind of uh, weekly rituals as pujas, you are going to be able to control your destiny in a sense that it's going to be helpful for you to overcome the grahas, the planetary influences. But these 2 points of view, they lose the most important part in Jyotish, is that grahas are not acting by their own over you. Grahas is the proper name for the, I would say, the errant bodies, the planets. Even though Rahu and Ketu don't have bodies, so it's not so so perfect to say that Jyotish is astrology, because astro means something that has a kind of dense material manifestation. And I'm sorry, the most dense material manifestation that Rahu and Ketu, I'm not saying the Upagrahas, I'm just saying about the Navagrahas, they don't have an actual massive body. They are mathematical points relating to the eclipses. So, the Sattvic mode of understanding Jyotish is more related to the idea that we are not trying to overcome our karma. We are doing spiritual practice so we can be in harmony with the karmas that are happening. And this acceptance that the grahas are just returning our seeds, our past seeds, it creates the space, the proper space, so we can develop more sattva in our spiritual body, in our, not only in our Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, but also in Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha, in a sense that we start to be more prone to be in a frequency where we understand that we are just um, manifestations of the divine. We are not anymore pawns of the chess game. We are not, just like in the Tamasic uh, way of understanding, we are not anymore the hand trying to control the destiny of the pieces in the Rajasic way of understanding. We are more like an observer, seeing the karmic chess game of life being played in a way that we can a little bit intervene in the, let's say, the development of this karmic game, just like saying to divine conscious, if it's possible, if it's for the better result of everyone, if this little thing or this major thing can happen, please let it be so. The main difference in the Sattvic Jyotish is not that we are completely unconsciousness and in a more dull state of consciousness as in the Tamasic uh, approach to Jyotish. We are not in the Rajasic approach that we are uh, trying to control the results of the actions all of the time. If there is a dog in the middle of the recording, it was just necessary for this recording. It was not something that it was planned. I just moved from place to another because it was raining, because it was with low light. So in the point when I decided, this little eye Tiago, Namaste, deciding this is the proper place, the universe also plays its roles and expresses its karma in a sense that I could be angry, saying, "Oh, this is all wrong. I was just so perfect, and now this is all messed up." I'll say, "Okay, divine conscious now need to manifestate about this moment." So the idea of Jyotish, the Sattvic Jyotish, is to be in a better mood, in a better experience with our karma, and be in a state of presence and also gratefulness for whatever it happens, because um, you can do the best you can, but the results of actions are not going to be fully accordingly with the things that you have done, because the universal computer of consciousness is managing to sum up all different vectors of desires and actions and karmic trends in a resultant that it's not clearly the same as what we are doing. Hello, Kaju. Hi again. So nice. And when this karmic influence, just like Kaju, Caju is a fruit from Brazil. It's very sweet and it's very tender and it's very capa. So Caju here, let's see Caju. Hello Caju. It's just like asking for some tenderness in this moment. So when we are doing, okay Caju, you can have your tenderness here. Say hello to everyone. Yes, Caju. Once more in the recording. Woo! Hello, everyone. So when we are able to receive the karma that are just being licking our faces, and understand that, okay, this is just a karmic process, and this video is just like one vector, and tiaggonamaste is another vector, but we have also Kaju vector, we have the rain vector, we have the electricity vector. All these things are working together to produce a result, and the result of this is the one that you're going to watch, because it depends on what the universe wants for us to experience. Maybe in the end of the recording you are going to be very with some good smell and appearance to the audience. But now, if Kaju allows, are you going to allow this, Kaju? Yes, please. Sure. Oh, of course, I'm going to allow this. Don't worry. I'm just going to bite you a little bit here and there because I want to play. I want to play. I'm a cat. Okay, Kaju. Okay. Maybe I will need to change places if he is so crazy. And what I was thinking about to say is the idea of different rashis. This is going to hurt, Kaju. Don't bite me, please. We have different approach. I'm not going to say all the Rajasic, Tamasic, and Sattvic of each Rashi. The Rashi are the signs. But I'm also going to give a little glance on all the 12 Rashis. In Mesha Rashi, if the person has the 8th Bhava, the 8th Bhava is one of the main related to Jyotish. The 4th one is also, but I would say that from the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th Bhava, and also Ketu, and maybe Mercury are going to be the main karakas of this study of Jyotish, the Sun also. All this configuration is going to express how people that work with Jyotish do their work. This means that if the person has Mesha Rashi, of course there is going to be a difference where the Lord of that Rashi is going to be working in the chart. But this is another subject. For instance, mine 8th Bhava is on Sinha Rashi, and my Surya, that is the Lord of Sinha Rashi, is in the 12th house. So this creates a kind of understanding of Jyotish from myself, that it's because I have this combination in my chart. But if the 8th Bhava is with Mesha Rashi, Aries, Sidereal Aries, there's going to be a trend to people to look to Jyotish in a sense that you have to make a lot of actions, and you have to make a lot of external efforts to realize it, to achieve its results. If it's in Vrishika Rashi, that is Sidereal Scorpio, the purpose of action is going to be there as the same, but the idea is going to be that the efforts would be necessarily to be more internal efforts, more internal actions, because these two are ruled by Kuja, Mars. But Scorpio is also said to be governed by Ketu, and if Ketu is very strong in the chart more than Kuja, this will have a very spiritual approach of Jyotish, of being taught by the stars and by the disembodied masters, not so much being about the books and this kind of stuff. If we have in this 8th house mainly Vrishabha Rashi, that is Sidereal Taurus, probably the person is going to be interested in a lot of Jyotish relating to finances and relating to management of resources, investments, but mainly how to not to lose money, and also how to deal with familiar relations. If it's in Tula Rashi, that is the other Rashi that is lorded by Shukra, this Jyotisha probably will be working more on the field of relationships, sexual relationships, partnerships, entrepreneur, and not only to gain money, but also to have proper counseling on relations. Like Kaju here wants to relate to things now, and I was just saying to Tula, and he wants to relate with my body. So he's very crazy now. This is how it works when we talk about relationships, and Shukra is manifesting its energy. I know, Kaju, go away. Not your time. It's time to you to let the record. And this show is going to be about Shukra. I'm not going to relate with you now. Go away. I'm still recording. Then we will play around. And now, after this, we have to go to Buddha. I will have to do some intervention here because Shukra, it's too strong in the chart now. And then we go to Gemini, Mithuna, and Kanya, Virgo. These two rashis, the person is going to be mainly interested in Jyotish as a way to go to talk about things that are going to happen in others' life. In Mithuna, the main interest is to know about the celebrities, horoscope, and this kind of stuff. And in Kanya, it's going to be about, since Kanya is also relating to job and working skills, people is going to advise about how to manage their skills, about to have proper earnings, because Virgo, sidereal Virgo, is mostly related to giving proper sustenance of life, but it also can be related about health issues that are going to be able to be cured. In Mithuna Rashi also, there's going to be the energy of sports and games and all these things that you bet little money, not hard money, not big money. So just when we finish to talk about Shukra, Kaju led us to stride on. When we go to the 8th Bhava with Karka Rashi, sidereal Cancer, probably there's going to be a lot of issues on diseases and also things about spirituality. So this will be probably inclined to a Sattvic kind of Jyotish, mainly if the according to the position of the Lord of Karka, there is Chandra. Also, Simharashi is going to tend to have more Sattvic approach to Jyotish, relating to self-knowledge and health. When I started to study Jyotish as an Ayurvedic practitioner, I was mainly interested to apply it on my Ayurvedic counseling to people about how I could understand some healthy issues, but also relating to my process of self-understanding and self-learning and self-awareness. So, for instance, in my case, my 8th Bhava is with, it's in Simharashi, and my Surya, it's in the 12th house. This means that I am interested in using Jyotish in a manner that people can go more for ultimate spiritual development, not only for to gain money and this kind of stuff, even though this can be the track, the path, but not actually the final destination. If the Lord was going to be around maybe in the 3rd house, this combination, this is more complex thinking, the 8th Lord being Simha, in going into the 3rd house would be that I would be much more interested in writing and communicating these things. Since it's in the 12th, I'm just interested in going to India, I'm interested in going to another places to travel abroad to reach this knowledge. But this is just like a further step in the analysis. Now we finished from Mesha to Vrishika, I'm sorry, from Aries to Scorpio, and we go to Danu and Mina and Makara and Kumbha. I will start with Saturn. Makara and Kumbha, Capricorn, and now Kaju is back because we just spoke about our friend Shani. See how Jyotish relates to real life, but you need to understand the signs. When we are talking about Shukra, you're talking with us, and now that we just spoke about Shani, it's in the same phrase. So Jyotish has to understand the aspects of frequencies. And Shani in Makara, in Capricorn, the study of Jyotish is going to be mainly on professions, but professions of high-level counseling, counseling for presidents Oh, in Sinha also is the Jyotish for kings. This is important aspect of Sinha also. In Makara, in Capricorn, the counseling is going to be for CEOs, for people that rules big companies, big enterprises, armies, people that have strong political connotation, but they are not actually the president of the country. So this kind of Jyotish is going to appear in Makara Rashi, and also Jyotish relating to things that are going to be finding war time, just like when there was the Mahabharata, the consultation about Dhritarashtra on what time should he start the war so that the Kurus would win the war. And in Kumbha, the Jyotish is going to be much related to electrical, etherical things. It's going to be relating to things that are not very seen, things that are more what we call New Age. And it's going to be talking about the siddhas of yogi. It's going to be talking about secrets, energetic secrets of Jyotish, not the astrology and this kind of thing that is very subtle. Kumbha Rashi is also related to Rahu, and Rahu is also relating to future, and Kumbha Rashi, Jyotish in 8th Bhava, can be relating to predictions of future events on global scale, because Kumbha Rashi also relates to to global scale. On Dhanu Rashi, that it's lorded by Guru, just as Nina is related to Guru. In Kumbha Rashi, the Jyotish is going to be related to the concern of spiritual development, and also the usage of Jyotish for national development, in a sense that national policies and this kind of things that apply to all the society, for the benefit of all the society, they are going to be used. Muhurta also would be done in Dhanu Rashi, because it's related to the proper timing for auspiciousness of the results. And in Meena Rashi, Jyotish gets its final destiny point, I would say, where Jyotish stops to cling on charts and omens and whatever it be, and start to be only in a yogic sense, going beyond the concepts of creating charts and doing mathematics, but dissolving into the infinity grace of the Lord, of God, of the divine consciousness, and receiving the proper information through direct intuition and direct perception, in the sense of meditative way of being. So I hope this video was not very crazy. I hope you understand that Kaju also had its karmic role in this talk, in this lecture. And if you wish to know about Ayurveda and Yoga and Jyotish counseling that I offer in the internet, you can go in my first internet English series, Ayurveda by Namaste. If you wish to learn a little bit more only on Ayurveda, there is my new series, the Sham, Self-Healing Ayurveda Management. You can also find this in my channel, in the column, in the section of tiaggonamaste in English. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hit the like button, if you want to share, if you want to send a namaste to everyone, please do so. It's going to be mostly welcome. Okay? So, see you in the next Namaste Speaks. And if you wish to do any kind of consultation, just let me know. I will be glad to give you online counseling. And the email is namaste.tiago, Tiago, @gmail.com. Okay? See you soon. Say bye-bye to everyone, Kaju. Bye-bye. Woo!